Hey guys, Tizou here, back casting another game of StarCraft 2. It's going to be a Zerg vs. Zerg on Metalopolis, spawning at the 6 o'clock position. In blue, we have Catz with a Z versus none other than Cella from the CellaWerra team, a very high-ranking Korean team. We'll see how this game unfolds. Zerg vs. Zerg notoriously been a matchup of who can baneling the hardest or who can expo the hardest and actually save themselves from that baneling push. Take a look at the map positions themselves. 3 versus the 6. As you'll see, coming out of their expansion, it's a very, very straight line to your opponent's base, especially with Zerg players who like to take this early expansion. The expansion to the other expansion is just an even shorter distance. This is going to probably turn out to be a very quick game, and interesting things coming underway. Catz throwing down a 6 pool. Jumping back to CellaWerra's base, CellaWerra throwing down a 6 pull as well. What in the world is going on here? I'm not quite sure, but it's going to be fun to watch either way. The battle of the 6 pulls unfolding before our very eyes. Back at CellaWerra's base, just building drones. It looks like this is going to be quite the push out. Is he going to expand or is he going to scout? Because he's got 200 minerals right now, just going to be scouting. Cross position, we already have Catz coming in to see this, and his pull is done just before CellaWerra's. Looks like CellaWerra might have 7 pulled just a couple seconds later. 3 Zerglings being created for both players. Bring up this production tab because this game is going to happen. It's going to happen fast. Now CellaWerra aware of the position, and the 6 Zerglings already be created. He doesn't want this drone to sit here and have the possibility of throwing down a creep tumor, so he's going to take it out before he moves to his opponent's base. 6 Zerglings on the prowl versus 6 Zerglings. Only the micro battle is going to decide who wins this game. Gas being added on for CellaWerra, no gas being added on for Catz. We'll see if this changing of tech is going to play out well for CellaWerra, or if the decision to just push this early push very hard with Catz is going to decide to be the winner. Here we go. Zerglings baking into the base. Zerglings versus Zerglings, a battle of brothers. Here we go. 1 Zergling down. 2 Zerglings down. 3. Oh no, it's not going good for CellaWerra. CellaWerra, 5 Zerglings coming in. Is he going to be able to produce anything? He's producing 1 set of Zerglings, nothing but drones. There's not going to be very many drones to defend this, but the drones somehow pull ahead. Those Zerglings were already almost dead to begin with. Let's bring up the income tab. 6 harvesters to 9. 9 harvesters now for Catz. Catz finally starting to build some drones, something other than Zerglings. Queen being produced. Still not adding on gas. Back at CellaWerra's base, gas finally being taken up to 20. We'll see if he throws in that bang list as soon as he hits the necessary gas. I believe it's 25, could be 50. No, I'm sure it's 50 because it would be too quick if it were 25. Zerglings being produced, and here we go. CellaWerra sending 2 Zerglings into the mix, just wants to get the scout information. Gets into his base, sees that there's no gas started yet. He knows that it's going to be primarily a Zergling army because there's nothing he's going to be able to build other than Queens and Zerglings without using gas. Zergling finally getting out, and here comes a giant ball of Zerglings to CellaWerra's base, jumping back to CellaWerra's base. Nothing at all. He doesn't have anything. He decided to go gas, but he's not getting any units. Has less economy, 1 less harvester, 5 Zerglings versus 2, and he built drones. No, this is not going to turn out well for CellaWerra, I don't think. He should have been building Zerglings, but he was building drones instead. Production producing Zerglings now, bringing up the army tab as this fight is unfolding. No, the Zerglings taking down with this queen of drones going to be enough to defend. An epic back and forth between these two players. 13 supply to 20 supply. Catz slowly taking the advantage. We'll see if CellaWerra is able to pull out of this game. And look at that. He sneaks around, sniping drones. 1 drone gets sniped. Queen still whacking with their Zerglings, but not able to do substantial damage. 2 Zerglings finally being created out on the field. These 2 Zerglings should clean up these 2 Zerglings just fine. She'll be back to Catz base. See if Catz now mining gas. Catz now has harvesters. 10 harvesters to 15. He's slowly taking this early on advantage into next drive. Here we go. Zerglings running into Zerglings. 3 Zerglings versus 2. This is not going to end well. And look at that. He's microing that little Zergling away, forcing CellaWerra to run back with the Zerglings. Absolutely great back and forth play so far between these 2 players. CellaWerra's base, no additional tech being added on. Bringing up the production tab. Spine crawler being built for Catz. Catz doesn't want CellaWerra to have any chance of coming back in this game, as he's deciding to primarily worry about this drones and get his economy going. CellaWerra deciding to be the first to break the ice and get that ling speed and spend his gas on something. Back at back at Catz base, not getting anything with his first 100 gas. Very interesting. First 100 gas is generally what you'll see is the most crucial decision for a Zerg player. Do they want to get link speed? Do they want to get a layer? That first 100 gas is very huge, especially also the option of going banelings. All those things you want to do very quickly, but you can't do all at the same time, especially because of gas. Here we go. We have bring up the army tab to make. Units had to make this a heck of a lot easier. 11 Zerglings versus 10 Zerglings for CellaWerra. CellaWerra is slowly dragging his way back in this game. Teeth and nail, clawing his way in. Absolutely amazing comeback, as I thought it was done for him. CellaWerra throwing out the Baneling Nest. Here we go. Baneling Nest also being thrown out for Catz, keeping it as mirror as possible. I feel like they're messing with our minds at this point. Taking a look at our friend CellaWerra's base, now up to 14 Zerglings, finally ahead in the Zergling. His pool is almost done researching researching metabolic boost, the Zergling speed, just behind on our friend Catz. Taking a look here, Zerglings. Just one Zergling was sent in for scouting information. He doesn't know about this ball of Zerglings. The way CellaWerra hid those Zerglings, this could be huge. Because Catz thinking he's in the advantage, he's going to move out. No! Banelings being created, not moving out. But is CellaWerra going to... No! CellaWerra runs right by this. He doesn't even see the Banelings. He could have got a crucial snipe on those Banelings before they were done being produced. Huge ball of Zerglings going into the Catz base. What is Catz going to be able to do to stop this? Is he... Sending the Banelings? No, it's just an Overlord. Here we go. And look at CellaWerra taking and building Banelings right on the field. Zerglings coming in for Catz. Is it going to be enough? These Banelings, are they going to survive? Looks like they're going to get out in time. These Zerglings are just going to explode. Boom, go the Zerglings. Bunch of Zerglings being created for Catz. Looking at the units tab, 10 Zerglings to 2 Zerglings for our friend CellaWerra. Knows the game's over. Has to good game out. CellaWerra loses the game. Absolutely great play between these two players. Very, very interesting to see them both go for the same early aggression. CellaWerra just comes in behind. The Zerglings were just too much for CellaWerra to deal with. Great game. This was Tizzou. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great